Good morning, Alpha Traders. Yeah, I'll try to make these transitions a little more smooth. I'm not an editing genius like Matt of Alpha Trading. He's probably bored. He might actually be getting some real work done at his regular job. He'd have to spend all night editing videos.
We've taken that task off his hands for now.
Yeah, apparently, I got the job. Hell, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy.
Lighten the load a little.
Lighten the load. For sure.
I see Donnie here. Hey, Donnie Brook.
What's up? Formerly known as DB56. Jeff with Alpha Trading. P-Funk's Jeff too. Got all kinds of Jeffs running around. Spy's being a Jeff right now. Total freaking. And he shoots and scores! Pre-market 396.58 above the nice tight weekly range. Tell you what, this is going to be tight on this daily though. Where's this daily going to populate? It's going to be real close to see if this gap through the new daily range so it doesn't need a test. This is what we were talking about yesterday. If SPY can get up above this weekly, could get real interesting. The dollar was pulling back a little bit. Now it's pumping again. Solana's pumping. Bitcoin's pumping. Looking, the E-minis are pumping. Is everything going to pump together? The dollar bulls are like, screw it, let's just buy everything.
Right.
What the heck? Get some of that good coffee down. So let's take a peek over here. Let's go over to BTC.
Right here.
This is, I literally, I was a little bored last night. I was going to get on, do a little stream. This bull div. The bull div was setting up on the returns oscillator. This is exactly when I was looking at it, like right here. Right up in this area, setting up this bull div. 100%. So, that being said, let's see here. Yep, 11 p.m. That's right when. So I saw this bull div on Z-score, returns oscillator, DLP. In my head, I was like, yep, gonna wake up. This thing's gonna be pumping, no doubt. And the 4 hours got bull div. It usually pops. And it did. Getting a nice 4-hour candle. Here's the thing, though. Where are we at? 4-hour candle-wise. 99.7 Laplace distribution range. And if you're out there in the poker world playing online poker and you see that sexy Pierre-Simon Laplace as a profile pic, that's our boy Seyron. That was the best post I saw this morning. Besides Yasha's call, of course. Yasha, Bilbo, everybody. All us alpha traders. We're always calling out these markets.
Not signal.
Not signals. Not signals. We're just calling it how we see it. Meanwhile, YouTube Jimmy gets 10,000 views. Alpha Trading's video yesterday, 4 views or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cracks me up. You're right. They're shadow banning us big time.
100%, dude.
100%.
I mean, I see it. I see it in the tools I use for all kinds of marketing and videos and stuff. And I can tell you, our channel definitely blacklist.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's probably like, what are these guys talking about? And then somebody in the know was like, oh, shit, we need to cap these guys.
100%.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Don't doubt it at all, man. Don't doubt it at all.
If you are seeing this, you are one of the extremely fortunate people who gets to be in on this kind of information. Because
yeah.
Honestly, the big machine is doing everything it can to keep everyone away from it.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how it goes.
100%. Let me reload this chart actually so I can show you this 4-hour. Let's see here. And that's the thing. Distribution levels with volatility will move. Will move a little bit. All you got to do, reset your chart. Get a good look. Oh, and I didn't reset it when I changed all my tickers. It's all good. So, let's take a peek here on this 4-hour candle. Yep, there's a 99.7 Laplace. Go over there and lay down. Now, lay down, man. So we got the 99.7 on that current candle, 4-hour Laplace distribution. What else is right there? The R1 on the daily price action volatility range. Let's see where, you know what? Let me do this real quick. Let's see. Let's throw Spider up there first. No, you know what? BTC, you're number 1. Let's throw Solana up there at number 2. Then we're going to throw the spider. Let's go, baby. Where are you at? I got to get these right for my eye. Where's the E-minis? There they are. Where's the dollar index? There it is. Let's save this chart, Alpha Traders. Boom. Now I got to scale them all right. No problem. I'm a scale champ. There we go. There we go. Look where the E-minis are. E-minis are right at the center of the weekly range. Boom, boom. All right, let's tone down the dollar index. You relax, dollar. You big shit coin. You big shit coin. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Solana right up through its daily. And there's Bitcoin. There we go. There we go. Okay. So pre-market SPY, it's staying above this tight weekly. We talked about this yesterday. This has got trend written all over it. Yesterday, right, we started moving to the downside. We're getting the rejections off of this daily price action volatility range. Let me show you something. This is how this works, what I have seen in the past. Okay, when you open up this daily, you got this tight weekly up here. If you're rejecting off this daily range, right, this is why. This is why. Let me see here real quick. Let me take one more peek before I'm talking out of my ass here. Boom to bounce. Closed up there. Gapped. Yeah. It's just this overhead volatility. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought. So you gap down through that daily range, right? Rejection. Look at these wicks. Right about in the middle of the day. Got a wick right to the center of the daily. Pulled back again. Just seeing the resilience of this, that we did not having a trending week like this, and it pulled up from the 68.3 Laplace on the daily, pretty strong, especially when it rockets right back to the daily range. Volatility. This isn't a distribution level. This is just volatility ranges. Then another pullback before the close. What's that?
What are the white crosses up there on the SPY that it's on now?
Yep.
Pre-market.
Oh, well, that's just where the price is here. The yellow, the orange line.
No, but what are the white crosses? What do those represent?
Yep, those are the daily 68.3 Laplace. This is the top side.
The daily.
This is the downside. Yep. Spider 397.1, bottom side 392.46.
All right, and I got the minis inside the daily, right? Is that what you got too?
Here's the daily. Yeah, it's up above it for sure. You can see it bounced off that 4-hour candle. That white line right there.
I'll look at NASDAQ minis. I'm sorry. Okay, I got you. I'm back. Sorry, it's my first day.
It's okay. We like first day, guys.
Yeah, I'm on the planet.
Oh, on the planet, not just the stream. First day on planet. Dropped him right right on 8 Mile.
Right on 8 Mile, yeah.
Right in the trailer park.
Right in the trailer. Depends on what's that 8 Mile you're on, man.
I know, right? So yeah, the E-minis, man, getting a wick right to the center of the weekly. SPY's gapped up above. It's tight weekly. This is this could be interesting. I'd like to see these minis up above its weekly range too here. And we got what, 25 minutes? Not a problem. Not a problem. Definitely can do it. The dollar. Where are you, little dollar? All the way at the end. Hitting the center of its daily. I mean, to the wick right to it. Little pullback. Look where it bounced. Weekly or monthly support level. Monthly support level. Which one? Let's see here. There we go. That's 1, 2. Is that gonna be the 3? Yeah, it's way up here. Jeez, look at that monthly level, man. Holy crap. So we're at the S2. The dollar, I said I got nothing to do with this shit coin. So the dollar index is literally bounced right off the S2 on the monthly. Boom. Found some support there. Where's the S3 at? Gonna be down here pretty far, I would imagine. That's the weekly. Where are you at, baby? There it is, 105. That's where I'd like to see that thing at by the end of the week. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Go lay down, man. Lay down now.
Is he talking to us?
Yep, you guys lay down.
All right.
Dog action in the house.
I got a 150-pound dog being ornery. Sometimes you gotta just tell him the way it is.
Did you guys see that rip in oil yesterday around noon, huh?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I remember I came back in the room and I said, keep an eye on Oxy. Boy, dude, this thing's just exploded.
Let me see here. Did it? I didn't even check again. But I can tell by the price where it's at right now. It did. What was it down? It was down at 75 or some. Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know what came out at noon yesterday.
Buy the dip.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Wow.
It must be the soccer.
Man, there was no div at all, man. No div. Because this wick.
The
that was
U.S. beat Wales or something, or tied with Wales. Yeah, there you go.
The Saudis beat Argentina today.
That was a probability, I bet. Let's see here, man.
Off for a little sports channel there for a minute.
Still oil on here. I want to see where that wick went. Guarantee it slapped something.
You could see it was right around noon yesterday. That
Whoop,
it just
there
exploded.
it is.
Today there's a bunch of stuff happening in Great Britain, Australia, Europe, Canada. The U.S. stuff is mostly stuff.
Woo! Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Well, you got FOMC Mester speaks later today.
1, 2, 3, fourth standard deviation. 4SD move on oil. Didn't close the candle below the 4SD. Of course not. So you're down here at the damn near, I mean, that's 4SD. What's that? 0.998, I think. 0.998 something. I don't know for sure. I have to look. I got a lot of probabilities bouncing around in my skull. Let me see, but look at that. Man, man, oh man, oh man. That's a nice little V bottom on a 15 minute. Thing launched up. Holy crap. So a 4SD move. So that's a no-brainer, man. It's all about the probabilities. And within the same 4-hour candle, too. Right back to where? Right where it started dumping, man. Pretty crazy. Right back up into the 68.3. Above the first standard deviation there. Where is it to the top side? It was right under the daily range. So it literally pulled right back up to this monthly support level. Wowzer. Now, pumping a little bit. Yeah, wow, interesting. Wish I would have saw that real time. Had no clue that was going on. I just know oil was dumping right when we're getting a little relief at the pump. Gonna hammer us down.
We're gonna try to fight climate change. So I guess anytime a big company tries to do that, if it's a travel stock, oil's gonna go up because their stock's for sure gonna drop.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For freaking
Just
sure.
We do not trade the news, people.
Don't trade the news. Tesla got worked yesterday.
Did.
Yeah, so did Coinbase got worked.
Yeah. Well, they're all rallying on something. I don't know if something came out in the currencies or cryptos because they're all up.
Any news?
You know what I mean? Like they're whatever. But I mean, like Mara's up, Hut's up, HUT.
Right.
That Hut 8 mining, man. It's a dollar stock, you know.
Right.
I guess people have to travel home to Thanksgiving or something, so they gotta have something to talk about.
For sure.
You gotta have something to talk about at the dinner table.
Yeah. Yeah, you're usually pretty safe there. It's when you start talking about politics and religion at the Thanksgiving dinner table and shit goes off the rails.
Yeah, just a tad. Just a tad, man.
Let's see here. Yeah, good stuff. Got 19 minutes until this market opens, and SPY is still above its tight weekly range. Thing is, where's the new daily going to be? This is the first thing I look at when I see something like this. I'm like, okay, so here's the price action from yesterday, right? Got a full 4-hour candle, and then, you know, we get our little shorty 4-hour candle. Because traditional markets, hell, they should just be open 24/7 like crypto. Fuck it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see that coming soon.
Right? You're like, man,
There's more money to be made.
we grab all these crypto degens. Yeah, it would only make sense, man. And you get everybody overseas trading during their day markets.
I got a question for you guys. Do you know if this VRE or VRE indicator, is that based on point of control? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's more like with volume, the point of control, like the VPVR or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
No, it's more...
pivots, then maybe?
You know what here's the thing about the VRE, and what I've said for a long time, what I started saying, what I don't like about traditional technical analysis is what they describe as a pivot. A pivot to me is a pivot in price action. When there's a reversal, that's a pivot. So is what they're doing, they're is what they're calling pivots from just me studying these charts, studying the volatility for as long as I have, is that they're calling something a pivot that in my opinion are price action volatility ranges. But the thing this indicator does, that like a regular pivot, what they call a pivot, we get our support and resistance levels, right? So the code in this indicator, using math, populates all these support and resistance levels around that daily, weekly, or monthly price action volatility range. So,
Right.
and when you realize that volatility is like the key to these markets, in my opinion, volatility is making everything happen. So it's like, here we go again, traditional TA saying, "Oh, did you see price action pivot?" And it's like, are you kidding me, man? It's just a reversal, right? That's what they call pivots, and what they call pivots, I call price action volatility ranges.
Yeah. Or levels. I mean, I'm just curious. I'm not trying to demean us by saying that at all. I just noticed.
We're like righting the ship. We're like righting the ship. I'll go head to head with anybody like coming from traditional TA who wants to continue to call these price action volatility ranges pivots, because it's ridiculous. And the way we've put at least the way I've put my chart together, when you overlay distribution levels, normal distribution and Laplace, 4 hour and daily, it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, that's what I do too. That's why I asked.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right, and we know where you come from. You see it for sure.
Sure, man.
Yeah. Cheers. Let's see.
I mean, it's just the delta between the ask and the bid, basically, right? That causes the additional volatility price range, basically, and that's the delta. We're scalping the delta based on the math distribution levels, basically, and it happens to line up very well with all the other distribution levels for lower time phase targets and everything else. So yeah.
I only asked because I was trying to show somebody something, a friend of mine that came over to my house yesterday afternoon, and about the VRE and how I use that, and then he plopped on some pivot indicator which matched up on our daily to the T. So that's the only reason I was asking. And I mean, there's no monthly or weekly, but it was like, so whatever pivot point or whatever they're based on. So like you said, it must be just a delta there. But again, to me, they're just ranges, and they're perfect. So
totally.
Yeah, no,
totally.
Fine. I'm not.
Yeah, we're just calling something different, and we've got all these support and resistance levels.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that we have monthly and
monthly and weekly
all on one.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Support and resistance levels, which we just call support and resistance levels for people who are watching on YouTube and don't know any better. It's just buy and sell price. That's all it is.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
I'll shoot there.
But anybody trading that way, you give us like 5 minutes to explain that indicator to them, they're gonna fall in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're coming from that. There's a lot of traders out there coming from that side, especially institutional, that do use that.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
they would just, they'd lather themselves up. Fucking love that indicator, man.
So yeah, I mean, what do options traders look at, right? Especially market makers. They literally look at the delta of the ask and the bid, right? They look at the just like you have, P-Bunk, for decades, right? You've been looking at the ask and bid, right? As a market maker.
Yeah.
Well, that's where that comes from, right?
Yep.
No, I completely agree. I wasn't trying to demean us by saying that in any way. I was just
not at all. No, it's
I
a
was
good
very
question.
surprised when you pulled that up on, and I overlaid it on my VRE, and it matched the daily perfect. I was like, wow, that's interesting. I would have never guessed that.
For sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's actually a good thing. People understand.
The thing is, most retail traders just don't even know about that stuff, right? They look at all kinds of silly stuff. They wouldn't even know the daily, what you call, the daily, what your friend looks at the daily pivot levels or whatever.
Right, exactly. he uses pivots and he uses a point of control, and then he couldn't believe, like I was showing him on the VRE, I was showing him how we had monthly and weekly on, and he was like, wow, I've never seen it all in one like that before. So that's,
Yeah.
we'll take a look, man. I said that's the main one. I use that, and RWT, and those are my main things. So
Right. No, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I know, it's a great thing, man.
For sure. Then this 33 power mean on the weekly on SPY, right? Gapped up, we're up above it. 68.3 Laplace is at, boom, 398.41. For sure. But yeah, let's get on, let's check. Let me throw BTC on here real quick, guys. I want to give these levels again. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, sure, filling on the weekly. That's what I'm
Let me
kind
ask
of.
one more quick question, and this is
Yep.
on the PB2. How do you click on it to get the little box up so you can move it?
The PB2. You should
Nah,
just
you
be able
can-
to hover over it.
But sometimes I can get it to go, and sometimes I
Well,
can't.
the easiest way to do it is click on the indicator name at the top left of your chart. Just click on the indicator name, and you'll see the vertical column come up, and then you can click and drag the vertical line.
Click on it.
See,
Okay.
boom, boom. Yeah, there we go. Hidden bull.
Okay, no, it's not working for me on this one. It's not a big deal. No, I'll get it.
Are you sure you have the right one loaded up? Have you reloaded it properly?
Yeah, I have the PB. Oh, maybe this is an old PB2. This might be an old PB2. That's what it is. I disregard what I said.
No, if you have, it should say PB2 space hyphen space C and D.
Yeah, no, I still have the old one on. Okay, let me go to another chart. I got it.
Reload that one. Then
Yeah.
you can just click on that name, and then you'll see the vertical bar show up.
Again, bear with me. It's my first day.
It's okay. We breathe oxygen on this planet.
Oh, man, thanks.
No problem.
I can take the mask off.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Oh, boy.
Definitely setting up this 4 hours set up. Some bull div. Wait a minute. Yeah, bull div right on the zero mean too, man. If this thing pops right here, this is just like BTC. I was talking to Yasha before we started the stream. Put this back on BTC real quick. Oh, there you are, buddy. So the 4 hour, bam, just bull div all over the place, right? Going into the actually like the European trading times, right? I think it was 11 o'clock. It was probably, I don't know, 6 a.m. 6 a.m. over there or something. Setting up this nice bull div on everything, man. Z-score, returns oscillator, DLP, not so much on the Fisher, but you're not going to see a lot of div. When you see div on the Fisher, definitely pay attention to that too. If that's added in, if all four are, yeah, it's coming hard. But this variance, right? But this is the 4 hour. I want to see this candle close. Hour and 40 minutes. Let me get right back here, huh? This is not setting up it. We need more of a pump, or this thing's going to set up hidden bear, right? If this gets stifled right here, there is going to be some hidden bear. But I have a feeling this thing's about to pump. Let me see here. Back over on the VRE. I'm definitely watching SPY pre-market and the dollar index, which just pumped right back up to the center of its new daily. For sure. That's another thing about these ranges. So much easier to explain to people. You actually explain to them, look, this is the volatility range. This is the daily volatility range. This is why this is so powerful, and they are magnets. You know, it's just easier for somebody to look at a chart, explain it to them what it really is, and not just, oh man, these are pivots. Like, what? Nah. I'm going to change that. And I have. Screw you, traditional TA. We're going to steal your pivot. Teach people what it really is.
Again, I wasn't trying to demean us by any way by saying that.
Oh, no.
Please don't take that wrong.
Didn't
Okay?
even
So,
take it like that. No, it's even perfect.
Yeah.
So we can
No,
explain it.
Yeah.
Because anybody out there, you look at this chart, what, right? Now put this up against anything. 100%. Especially with these distribution levels and stuff. But yeah, the monthlies are so powerful. And this is what, like, a lot of those indicators in traditional TA, they don't have these levels. Are they actionable? I don't know. You tell me. They always are. So especially you get up to the macro on the monthly, the weekly over here on Bitcoin, right? We already talked about this. All right, here's the S1 on the new weekly for Bitcoin. But, I mean, not a candle closed below it. Just loving it. We got a couple wicks below here. I guess we did back here yesterday. Got a maybe, it looks like one candle closed below it. And then whoop, shot right back up. Because these are the areas we're going to need to know, like weekly and monthly. Where's the liquidity at? Where's the buy? Where's the sell liquidity at? And so when you're down here on the support levels, you're like, well, there's a high probability it's going to be buy liquidity when you get down to these support levels. And it shows it almost every time, especially when you're bouncing like this. You're getting wicks to it perfectly, right? Wicks to it perfectly. Not one 15-minute candle's closing below it. We open up this new 4-hour candle, come down, test the 68.3. That was the launch point. So you're already finding that nice support there. Then as soon as you hit that 68.3 to the downside on the 4-hour, it launched. Bam. Where'd that go from to 15.6? Yeah, I mean, damn near almost a $700 move. A few 15-minute candles. Good scalps here. Good scalps indeed. The SPY's just stuck in the mud now. I mean, it ran up here pre-market and it's pretty much stayed. For a while, it was right below. And I was just like, we got plenty of time. This thing's going to pop above. I want to see these E-minis up here above like 39.82. That'd be nice. It's trying. You can see now it's in the weekly range.
Yeah, they're stuck on the weekly right now.
Mm-hmm. Right in it. Right in it.
In trend. I got, looks like it's going to bounce off the RO. It looks good to go, man. I mean, I'm hoping it does.
Yeah, it'd be nice. And it usually, I mean, going into the holiday right here in a few days, I mean, you're usually going to have a little bit of a pump.
Yep. Agreed.
Take all that into fact, and bam, let's go.
Yeah,
It is good to see SPY up, though, above this tight weekly.
yeah.
This is going to be so close. It's good, though. The top of the daily range is going to be above this close. But this baby, yeah, no, it's good. I think this gapped up right through it again. So it's not going to need to be tested. In yesterday's, because you will see some action on these previous daily levels. So we'll have to see how that plays in. But I would imagine we open up here, you're probably going to get a test down to the top side, then we're going to really see. And I'm going to be looking at this just the way I'm over here, looking at this support level for Bitcoin on that weekly. Right? It's like, okay, are we going to close 15-minute candles below it? What's going to happen here? And even yesterday, when it did do that, here's the level right here. I mean, look, you get a wick below. So here's a 4-hour candle. All right, we open up the 4-hour candle. 1, 2. Third standard deviation, normal distribution on that 4-hour. Got a wick right to it. Pulled back up. Closed above that weekly support level. Bounced up to where? This is a monthly support level that's flipped a little bit of resistance. So we get another pullback. And on that 4-hour candle, 95 for Laplace, right? Almost got down to the 1SD on the, is that 1SD on the daily? Give me a second here. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, 1SD. So wait, is that the 94? Give me 1 second here. Yeah, it's a 1SD. It's a 1SD. So on that 4-hour, 95, 4, give me 1 second. Yep, 95 for Laplace on that 4-hour. Then to bounce from there. But seeing this right here is this is what I'm looking for. Same thing on SPY, right? You start getting wicks. You open up above, you get some wicks down onto here, and it's bouncing from there. At some point, it's gonna explode because it's telling you this thing is gonna trend. Big time. Yesterday, quick trend downside, popped right back up to the daily. Pretty resilient price action yesterday on that. Pretty crazy indeed. So let's see. Solana's pumping out of this hole. Great project. Got caught up in a shitstorm. Then all this, and what I didn't realize, I'm I'm going to jump off the track here. Just something I read. I was like, I had no idea. So when I was trading on FTX and had a lot of money on there, did we even realize they did not even hold any Bitcoin? It was all paper. So it was what they would do. So when I went to go withdraw a Bitcoin off that exchange, they would see the order. Then they would go onto the market and buy the Bitcoin and then fill your order. They didn't have any Bitcoin reserves. Dude.
Were they supposed to?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. They had none. So imagine the volume on that exchange of people putting money on, taking money off. What a shit show. So every time somebody wants to remove Bitcoin off the exchange, they have to literally go onto the market, buy it, then fill your order. Crazy.
Yeah.
And they probably made a spread on that.
Yeah.
That's why there's a delay. Of course they did. That's why there's a delay.
Yeah. And anytime you see any of these bucket shops say, oh, well, the wallet's down for maintenance. Dude, there's fuckery about. Anytime you see that going on, just know, all right, fuckery is kicked in. What are they doing? Because that's bullshit.
So there was no best price fill, huh?
Right? Yeah, crazy, scammy
God,
shit.
I could have did that when I was making Marcus money. God.
Right?
It's if you want to withdraw, right? Whenever you withdraw from these bucket shops, what they do is they give you like a slight delay in the withdrawal timeline.
Yep.
And some exchanges are faster than others, but whenever there's a delay of even a few minutes or more, well, guess what they're doing, right?
Who says how much they have to have on how much Bitcoin they have to have on the books? I mean, who regulates?
No one. It's unregulated.
Yeah.
It's
That's my
unregulated.
point.
It's literally no one.
Yeah, so there's no rules, you know.
No, they're
Nope.
definitely supposed to have it. But they don't, because it's not regulated.
Well, exactly. That's my point.
It makes you feel grateful if you were able to get your funds off that exchange. There's a lot of people. I mean, do we even have a number? Over
Almost
a billion?
people, they say.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, they owe what, about 3.8 billion to institutional and a couple billion to
The top five holders had like billions or whatever. The top 5 or the top 50, whatever, had like billions.
those
of
are the ones
dollars
that
in
are
there.
fucked.
Oh yeah, they're all.
Yeah,
Not doing
that
well, and
money's
then
gone.
everybody else, all the regular people who had like their own funds on there,
Yeah,
well, they got screwed too, especially because they're smaller fish, so they're last in line to get anything that'll get collected if they make any kind of recovery fund, which is highly unlikely.
They need to
well,
let
just like
Silk
the
Road
Madoff-
Ross
the
out of
Madoff-
fucking prison and replace him with Sam.
yeah, well, the Madoff scandal, they've gotten all the money back in the Madoff scandal. In fact, they're just getting ready to distribute it. So, but there's no way for it to get it back here because it's all just been dissolved.
Yeah, and not only that, the guy that they brought in to fix, to
the
oversee
guy.
the sort of bankruptcy,
Yeah,
he said he's in his like 40
Yeah.
years of being basically like a bankruptcy manager, he's
right.
never seen any company with financial controls as neglected, basically, or whatever, like as poorly managed as they did on FTX.
But
And FTX's excuses, oh, we're a bunch of traders, we're not accountants. Well, maybe you should have hired some accountants and some controllers with your billions of dollars. Like, maybe that would occur to you? No, didn't at all.
well, the bottom
And
line,
not
all
only
the
that, their
but all the
chief
investments
technical
they made are
officer-
worthless, right?
Oh yeah, they're belly up, man. They're like
No, but what I'm saying is that apparently they didn't like steal the money. They just put money in. They borrowed money and put it in bad investments that went to zero, right?
No, but they did steal it because they told everybody they wouldn't touch their monies, and then what they did is their CTO programmed a backdoor into Alameda that would let them quote unquote loan the money to Alameda.
Yeah.
So technically
Right.
they weren't just taking it, but they were taking it because what are they doing? They're moving your funds or the client's funds from
No.
FTX to Alameda. I mean, letting Alameda tank the money because they did bad trades because their Harry
Right.
Potter CEO, ended up just screwing over like everybody because she didn't know how to trade. And she was like bragging about how she doesn't use anything but elementary school math, and doesn't use stop losses. Well, okay, you don't have to use stop losses if you know what you're doing, and you don't have to be a math genius necessarily to trade, but you should have some math geniuses in your firm to build you the right tools to make the right trades. And they didn't really. I mean,
Well, no, I'm saying is that-
IT guy but he didn't apply that requirement to his girlfriend or whatever she is. I don't know what the relationship was, but some kind of relationship she had with him. And clearly the rules were not any normal rules that you have in a normal firm like he used to work at clearly were not applied. And he even told that Vox reporter, when the Vox reporter asked him, so is this was your whole thing about you liking regulators? Was that just PR, or are you for real? You like the idea of regulation? And he said flat out, he's like, yeah, it's all PR. Of course, I hate regulators and all this stuff. So he was just lying the whole time through his teeth.
But I'm saying to you, what I guess, Mike, what I'm really trying to say is that Madoff stole the money, and you know it wasn't. But the point is, they got the money back, whether from its subsidiaries and whatever. The point is, there's no money to get back because it's all been lost in trading, right?
Well, it's been lost to counterparties, so it's not like it disappeared forever. But good luck getting it back from anonymous wallets or pseudonymous wallets.
Well, that's my point. That's gone. Yeah. Okay. It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah,
there won't be no money to get back unless they can sell his apartment at $40 million.
$40 million apartment.
Yeah, $40 million 5-bedroom apartment in the Bahamas.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's an expensive apartment.
Apparently, man.
So SPY open.
Here's right off.
Top of the daily. Really close to where the close yesterday was. So, I mean, it definitely close enough for a test. But you can see what's going on. Exactly what I said, right? We opened up. Opened up here, 396 point. I don't know exactly what it opened up at. But immediately pulled back. Test this weekly. It's like, so are we going to close a candle? Are we going to close a 15-minute candle below this range? Right? What side you can? I mean, there is a battle going on right now. You can guarantee that. You can see by the body of this candle. There's a little ebb and flow going on. The buyers and the sellers. Don't think these algos don't know what's going on with this level either. But that's why we love the VRE. It's got the daily, the weekly, the monthly. And then, if you're lucky enough to have these indicators and have these distribution levels that are made with correct math, there's nothing on TradingView. There's one other set of indicators on TradingView that use the that are correct. Put it that way. There's a reason why people fail miserably trying to build these indicators. You got to have a good math guy, man. You got to have a guy that understands this stuff, right? And when Van talks, we all listen. Everybody opens their fucking ears. Everybody be quiet. Van's talking about math, right? That's how it used to be with our other associate. But yeah, those days are long gone. For the better, right? In my opinion, we got the cream of the crop. we got the real McCoy. So let's see.
Market open, by the way. You know that, right? 6 minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and
Market
this baby.
Down to the weekly.
For sure. Sitting here testing. So let's look at SPY. Let's take a peek at SPY real quick on, since we did get the open. Boom.
On the 15 minutes, re-entering a random walk.
4 hour. Yep. A lot of hidden bull. And there's that bull div I was talking about. Boom. Return oscillator is kicking up off of the zero mean. All the fissures are up. DLP starting to build again. Random price action. The predictor just flipped. This could drop into trend. We got positive correlation. Volatility's expanding. Very nice.
Of course, you're up on the 4 hour. You and your super high time frames.
Yeah. Well, I'm just starting this little intraday love bug. You can see, boom. So we get a wick. Not only is it testing that weekly, it's testing this first 4 hour candle top side of the 68.3 Laplace. Wick right to it. That's always a good sign too, man. Getting some support on that distribution level. And the weekly range is there. Right? We already showed that. Boom. Right here. Look, you got a wick right down to where? There it is. There's the top side of the 68.3. You can see them coming together. Bam. That's a good thing. So that's the 4 hour. Which looks real good. Variance on the 90 minutes turning up positively correlated. The Z-score had an outlier down into these lower confidence intervals. This thing's going to... We know what happens. We know what happens. It usually works its way right back up to the top side. Nope, that was not bull div on the 90, but look at the correlation. Look at the correlation of this returns oscillator read. And wow. So on the 90 minute, these Fisher bands really, really contracted, and all the Fishers are up. There's only one not above the mean of the bands. Let's see if anything else is sticking out here. Volatility is absolutely crushed.
Look at where that daily range dropped to, and now how tight it is. It's literally like, it's like 20 cents. It's literally a 20-cent daily range, man.
Oh yeah, it's tight, just like yesterday. I mean, this is the day.
Even tighter than yesterday.
Yeah, because yesterday on SPY, it was a little wider. But you can see finding support on the center.
No, that's 2 days ago. That was 2 days ago.
Oh yep, sorry.
Yeah, no. Yesterday was already tight, and today it's even tighter a bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely tight. And this is going to be important. I mean, we're right here hovering around on top of this tight weekly range. That's what we do at Alpha Trading. I mean, we trade low time frame volatility. So obviously, we're trying to get a beat on what this what it's going to do today. And this is huge. This is huge right here. I mean, if this first 15-minute candle closes below here, and then the second one, you see, then you're seeing some rejections off the bottom side of the following 15-minute candles. This thing could dump. This thing could dump. So you're watching the dollar. The dollar is stuck between its 68.3 Laplace and the center of the daily. Got a big doji, just wick to wick. Boom, boom. So obviously that's what you're going to want to see too. You want to see this dollar weaken. But yeah.
And we just got punched down right now, right? We punched through the weekly right now on SPY, for example.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it opened up here. It opened up top, pulled back. When's this thing close? We still got 5 minutes. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is why we go over here. Go down on the 15-minute. I mean, it's having an outlier to the top side. Yeah, bull div. Fishers are all up. I'd be surprised if this 15-minute candle closes below. Not going to lie. Surprised, not shocked.
Right.
This type of thing. I will be surprised.
Looks like it's right now.
From what I am seeing.
You got ALRs falling on the 15-minute, and you've got, what is that? The RO is coming down on the 15-minute, and so is your entropy oscillator. So, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play that.
Mm-hmm.
A couple minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Boom, boom. Yeah, because there was some bear div on this open right here on the Z score, but other than that, this actually does not look bad. Does not look bad.
Yeah.
All those Fishers are up. Had this bull div that definitely shot that thing pre-market up. Having an outlier, the variance. This first, let's see, the 525 length on the AVR is at about a 56. 56, and it is sloping down negative. This is going to be interesting. This thing could dump out. I mean, the 15 minutes not telling me that, but hey, we know how this works. And we are, boom, it's dropping. Right back down to the daily, or making a shot towards it. 394.5 is about the top side, and that is close enough for a test. I mean, we didn't literally, if we would have closed down here and gapped all the way up through it, yeah, but it's close enough. In the top side, I mean, we're talking pennies, not even like 5 cents. Of how close that close was to the top of the daily range.
Plus, on that same time frame, you've got the ALRs on SPY down at the third band down, so that's an outlier. Nice big fat juicy outlier on the ALR.
Nice juicy outlier.
Probabilities of repeating that kind of an ALR down, quite low. So should be an exciting next few hours.
Yeah, and we are still above. Yep, we are still above that 33 power mean. Right here.
Yeah,
on the weekly.
Just a hair.
Just a hair. And that's another thing too. We got, if we can close this weekly candle up above here, I mean, we did here, right? Nice little fake out. Boom. So you got to be careful. And this is one more reason. We can talk about the macro all day, but we all know in these markets, Volatility means everything. Volatility can change with the drop of a hat. That correlation breaks, look out. Right? You could be long. You better be paying attention to these volatilities, because when that correlation does break, you can just have a swing. Woo! Take all your profit. That's why you got to take it, because they will take it from you. That is for sure.
And again, on the lower time frames, like on 15-minute again, like literally SPY dumped down to the 15-minute reverse wave trend, and also tag the tag the power mean, the 30-length power mean. Both, I mean, they're both in the same place. So just tag that area, and that's where the bottom of that wick is right now on the same candle right now. So this weekly right now is looking right for some more movement by the end of the week. And like you said, if it closes above, it could be very nice. But down on lower time frames, you can see why we use the lower time frames, because I mean,
and why we have an indicator like the reverse Fisher on the 15-minute. It literally that gapped right into it. No brainer. Rejection. I didn't even see that. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, from the reverse Fisher down to the reverse wave trend and the 30-length power mean, like perfectly. It's a really nice candle there, driven by math. Perfect example.
I got my reverse wave trend lower, 394, 394.5. Maybe we have a different setting.
Put mine on the 15-minute, for example, on that 15-minute there.
Yeah, this is 15.
Oh.
SPY 15-minute.
I've got two of them on there.
You have two different ones. You probably have a different length, yeah.
Yeah. You have 4 different showings, like 2 per RWT, but yeah.
Let me see here. So that's a no-brainer. If you were to see that, gapping up pre-market into that, should have had that on. But I didn't. You know what? Let's look on a 4-hour.
I'm posting my chart on the channel just to see. You can see it.
This actually, I mean, this 4-hour on SPY, right, this is what you want. Got this power mean band up. Wave trend, reverse wave trend above reverse Fisher. The log return moving averages are all bullish. Perfect time to just send it right back down. Right back down to the reverse Fisher. We love our little magical internet assets. So what is this? And on the daily, we literally just got the wave a couple days ago. Wave trend crossed up Fisher. All the power mean. Got a couple more of the power means that need to flip bullish. But this is this shows strength to me. Weekly. Yeah, the weekly's having issues with this reverse wave trend though. For sure it is. Been stuck below it. And there was that little fake out right there that got up above that 33 power mean. That's what this is. Or no, that's a log return moving average, sorry. But yeah, still it's a 33. Boom, dumped it right back down below. So you're going to want to see that change. What's a 5-day look like? Probably about the same. Yep, 3-day. See how closer we are to getting these crossing up. Not close at all. 2-day. Starting to turn up. This 2-day definitely needs to find support up here. And that would look good. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. That's enough. I got a whining dog. It happens. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. That's that easy. You just got to open the door, smack him on the ass. Go, boy. So, on the 2-day, bear div. All right, bear div. We're up above the wave trend, though. Interesting. Going to be hard pressed to print some hidden bull. One Fisher's down, the others are up. These are interesting reads. I do like that daily. The daily, that wave trend has crossed up the Fisher real nice. So what's that at? 386 for a test? I don't know, man. I like the look at this. I like the look. I like what I'm seeing. Especially got this volatility low on the daily. Still. You can see the 981 and the 2400 though. They're diving right now. The APPs, they're just lost. Going sideways here. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know.
Unless it takes another nosedive in the coming days, like it did, what about a couple months ago or something? Once it starts to do that again, it's set up nice for a good little move up.
I'm looking at that weekly range. I'm looking at this low volatility, and I'm like, okay, what day? When is this thing gonna pop or drop? Something's coming. There is a big move coming. What is this? Got a little alerts, huh? I don't want an alert. Remove that alert. I don't use it. I am the alert. There we go. I tell the alerts when to alert.
Those low volatilities and the relatively low correlations, yeah, on the SPY, on the daily. So it's
and this
like,
is what I was looking at.
Eventually, I mean, the low length really doesn't have anything to do but move up. Also, the volatility on the long length is like in the middle, but the correlation is pretty low and rising, and on the mid length, volatility is pretty low, and again, correlation rising. So not significant yet, but there is a move coming. That is for sure on the daily length.
I'm looking at too. I'm wondering. Let's because I'll tell you what, the 2400 and the 981 coming down. If those are negatively correlated, and you can see, right, this volatility dropped off a cliff, negatively correlated. That's another reason why we're getting these pops. And I see this correlation. It's trying to start to flatten out here. If this expands and this correlation breaks to the top side, so is what I want to do. I want to get on this AVR and I want to look at these correlations. Let's see here. So let me go down. Let me go down. Let me go down. Where are you, baby? APP, new, correlation. There you are. So right down here, first let's go, yep, that's what I wanted to see on the 981, 2400 negatively correlated. Yes, okay. So that's agreeing with what I'm talking about. So the 525 fell off a cliff, negatively correlated, and you look up here and you see these are the fatter lines. These are the other two, the higher lengths. They're both contracting, negatively correlated. I mean, this has got all the signs on the daily that this wants to pump. If we can get up and stay above, we gapped up above that weekly, pulled back immediately. Well, it was that 15-minute reverse Fisher, really sent that thing reeling. If we can manage throughout this day to get up here, gotta close candles above this weekly. If we start rejecting, it could dump, right? But where to? We got a tight daily, tight weekly. This thing could bounce in between here until something gets figured out. Until that volatility does. If that volatility does not start to expand, this could just get stuck in here. But this has got all the earmarks of a pump or a dump.
Down to the daily. Falls to the 4 hour, it could easily hit the weekly S1 or something. Definitely.
That was interesting read on that daily, man. Indeed. So 12 hour crushed. God, 12. Yeah, of course it is. It's going to be the same. Duh. 4 hour. Yeah, and the 4 hour volatility is low too. Total random price action. We know what happens. Boom. What's entropy do? It's going to go right back. The price action will go back into trend. Just everything that's setting up here on the 4 hour too. What I'm seeing on the daily is that at some point here, this thing's going to pop. This thing's going to pop. 90-minute crushed volatility. Again, crush. So I bet we'd get different reads here because we had this contraction, negatively correlated right here, right? Floating up, especially pre-market. That was definitely a nice little float. But so we've got one contracting, one expanding on the higher lengths. Let's see. Yeah, and this is nothing more than, especially from right about here. This is all hidden bull. All hidden bull on the 90 minute, above the zero mean. All the fissures are tight. Look at the bands. Got a power move coming. Not too clear. I mean, for what I'm seeing so far, it's going to be the top side. We don't give signals here, though. We'll damn sure teach you how to trade low time frame volatility, though. Look at the 45 minutes. Totally crushed. All the levels. All the levels. The two higher ones, 2.25, 1.23, 2.25. It's fluid. Grade is crushed. Grade is crushed as well. And that's implied volatility and historical volatility combined. Yep, it sure is. The Z-score is getting pretty high. So I'm looking on that 15-minute chart. If we get wicks into that weekly range and it keeps rejecting, watch out. Watch out. Are we setting up any hidden? No, not really. Is that the 33? Or is it a 15? Again, yeah. It started having an out. First, the outlier was the top side pre-market. Then it flipped, having an outlier to the downside. No hidden bear. No bear. All the fissures are up. So yeah, right now.
Yeah, man. 4 hour on SPY, like you said, also before when you were first looking at it, it's also looking pretty juicy. I mean, to be honest, the PB2 from the reversal candle about 3 or 4 candles ago now, pointing up with drift, and is we're literally sitting right below the first Laplace distribution band after having tagged the upside Laplace, the first distribution on Laplace, which was right at the 30-link power mean also, and that was also right at the second coin flip. So from there, it worked back down to where it is now, which is just above the daily mean and the first Laplace down. So it's making some nice move right now on this projection, boss. I definitely agree this is a good day to be trading this low time frame.
Yeah, big time.
Very nice.
There's going to be some nice moves here coming at some point with volatility the way it is. Trust me, this revert, even on a 15-minute, right? When this reverse fissure, I mean, that puts caps on the top. Definitely puts a basin on the bottom. I mean, they're powerful. Put it that way. Those indicators are really powerful. Really, really powerful. Especially, I mean, you get the power mean band, start charging up above them. I mean, this is when you get these big, nasty moves. Great scalps. Great scalps, indeed. Back up here. I'm going to look one more time on this weekly. Man, this weekly Z-score is so high. Outlier, too. And rejecting right at that reverse wave trend. It's not going to be an easy road. And one more reason why to trade these low time frames. It's intimidating as hell. Well, if you're using traditional TA, it's very intimidating because you got no tools. You have no idea what's going on. You're looking at lagging indicators trying to figure out, oh, where's the price going to go? Well, the RSI's oversold, man. Give me a break. What a scam. Yeah, when it's oversold, that means a lot of people are selling. Maybe you should sell. That's what's always boggled my mind, people that use the RSI that way. It's like, oh, you're using this thing wrong, man. If you're going to use that crap and say, well, this is oversold or overbought, at least do what the damn indicator's telling you to do. If it's overbought, that means people are fucking buying it. A ton of it. Buy. Go to the low time frames. Guarantee you that thing's going to move higher. We saw this in crypto back in the end of 2017. The RSI on the high time frames just snaking around in the overbought zone. People are trying to short the market, giving liquidity for them bulls to just run that shit to the moon. It's exactly what they did too. But we know where that price action stopped, where everybody was like, well, why did it stop there? Well, because of the distribution. That's why it stopped. The only reason. And back then, normal distribution. They weren't using Laplace yet.
Yep.
At least, not that we could see on the charts. use normal back then, you'll see those areas getting nailed. Laplace, not so much. It was a few years back from just going back and throwing projections on different areas. You could really see, oh yeah, okay, here's where somebody figured out. They're like, well, that Laplace distribution is perfect for crypto because it's so volatile. Hell, now all the markets are volatile as hell.
Yeah. And they're also tied together.
Yep.
It's just like, you could be trading whatever you want. I mean, if you look at the percentage return gains on any of these assets on the day, they're so tightly pegged to each other. It is just unbelievable.
For sure.
Incredible.
Put this back on BTC real quick. Let me see something here. Let's throw this on the monthly. Okay. So we all know this monthly candle. Oof. Throw over here on BTC. Come here, buddy. And throw you on a monthly. Boom. And I'm still, guys. Okay. So there's the first dump from the all-time high, right? Or actually, that was the one that went up to like, what was it, 63, 64. Then we got the almost 70K move there. But dude, this thing has been setting up bull div the whole time. And this is what I was talking about. So if this monthly candle closes at a lower low here, and it bounces off this zero mean with more bull div, this whole down move from the all-time highs has been doing nothing. And this is bull div between price action and returns. Literally telling you, if you've been in a short from the top, for God's sakes, if you haven't taken your profit, you're like, oh no, Bitcoin's going to 5K or whatever. I'm going to call you a moron right now if you have not taken your profit. You got a lot of bull divs setting up on the monthly. A lot. This could create a massive bounce. But at the same time, and this is the thing about the monthly too. I mean, look at the Z-score. There hasn't been any outliers with these powerful moves. This can do anything. This can literally do anything. But from what I'm seeing on the monthly, but here's the fishers. When we get this monthly close, that's the first thing I'm going to look at. What are the fishers doing? What would Fisher do? What would Fisher do? To see if, especially if we get a lot of volatility come in, you could see this bull div play out. You could. And I've been saying it for a while. They're trying to get a lot of people in over leveraged shorts. I mean, we already know there's so many people still sitting in longs. I mean, we could show this Bitfinex long chart. It is ridiculous. As soon as the all-time high, as soon as Bitcoin started pulling back, the long chart just went bonkers. People just adding on longs, whole way down. It's insanity. For Christ's sake. This is why we trade low time frame volatility. Why the hell are you sitting in these trades so long? Right? And especially on Bitcoin. So these people, another bucket shop, people just got all this fucking Bitcoin just sitting on their exchange, trusting these people. You kidding me? What the hell, man? That is ridiculous in my opinion. You should be day trading fucking crypto. Put your money on these bucket shops. When you're done day trading, get it off. Don't let them keep your keys, man. If your crypto is on an exchange, it's not your crypto, right? It's not. That and it goes against the ethos of it all, right? You're supposed to be your own bank, not let some scammy jackass like Sam scam you out of billions of dollars. That's what just happened.
Never have more capital than you can afford to lose on any exchange, period. Never.
Yeah.
Ever. You can, if the amount you have on exchange will hurt you when you wake up in the morning, you're doing it wrong. You just should not have that capital on any given exchange. And there's a bunch of exchanges you can use, and you can trade at the same time on different exchanges if you know what you're doing. And split it up so you're not reliant on any one exchange to make good. You just take your money off all the exchanges you have them on at the end of your trading day or the end of your trading session and just get your money back on your keys, on your wallet.
Yeah, and you go back to 2014 when Mt. Gox happened and shit. there wasn't a lot of education out there about crypto, and there was a lot of like new people. The reason why they were buying crypto on Mt. Gox was to do what? They were going to Silk Road to buy a bunch of bullshit on Silk Road. I mean, that was massive back then. And so they're leaving all their funds on Mt. Gox. People didn't know how to be their own custodian, right? They had no clue. Today, 2022, for this to happen and people to lose all that money, it is just ridiculous. That guy's somewhere laughing his ass off right now. He needs to be in prison, man. For sure. Every day some new shit comes out. He's a total scam artist. What the fuck? This could be the new Warren Buffett.
You got big talking heads like, forget all the YouTube influencers, but you got even people like, Kevin O'Leary and stuff, who still say if he came to him for money, because he's a paid spokesman for FTX still, and he still says if SBF came to him asking him for a project for new, for new money for a project, he'd still give it to him. Like, how can you even say that with a straight face? Like, you think he's smart still? Really? You think he just made some mistakes and he's a smart guy who made some mistakes?
Yeah.
No, it was fraud. Like, okay, allegedly, because he hasn't been convicted yet. Regulators are looking at it like fraud.
Well, his purpose for saying that though was because apparently Sam Bankman-Fried was such a good trader. Like when he started FTX, he supposedly was this great trader. He goes, he's in the 1% of traders. Yeah. That's how good he is. So that's why he would say he would do business with him again, and he said he would limit him to not running. He wouldn't have the keys. He wouldn't have. He wouldn't be running the operation. He would only be trading for him.
Dude.
It's just ridiculous. The guy, the fact that he can even say that, all he's doing is obviously, floating his hope that he'll get some of his funds back.
Exactly.
Bigger fish on. Maybe he's not the biggest fish or anything close to it, but he definitely had funds on there. He even said it himself. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
for sure.
Paid spokesman, and he's hoping to get something back. But my God, like to say that you would put money into a guy who admitted that he mismanaged funds to the tune of billions of dollars that affected up to hundreds of thousands, maybe 1 million people, that's just absolutely horrendous. So what that means to me is don't ever put your money in anything that is Kevin O'Leary says he'll put his money into, because that guy.
Yeah. Well, he's Mr. Wonderful.
So wonderful, yeah.
Mr. Wonderful, but he, he's self-admittedly he loves money. He loves, that's all he cares about. That's his whole life.
Do you know anybody that doesn't like money? I mean, what?
No, he loves money. Loves it. Like it drives his whole being. It's his whole purpose for living, which is really sad.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, money's cool. That's all it is.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to make more of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a means to an end.
Yeah.
It's not going to make you happy.
I mean, look what's happened.
Billionaires out there pumping up other billionaires or former billionaires because they want to keep them around in the money club until it's no longer useful to them.
Woo! Look at Spy. Spy showing strength. I'm telling you, man, look out.
Let's go.
Look out.
Yep.
Spy showing a lot of strength.
Yeah, everything was exhausted. I just popped on here, but I don't know what you guys were talking about before. But yeah, everything looked exhausted last night. I was like, ooh. I actually took a trade on Sol, believe it or not. So.
Oh, awesome.
See how it pans out.
This is Matt, our previous video editor, who's out of a job now, so now he's trading.
I'm now footloose, fancy free. I come and go as I please.
Now
you can always grab those videos and make them into clips, man.
Right.
Yeah, right. That's for sure.
I sent him the corporate letter.
About that. We won't talk about it here, but yeah, I was thinking about talking to Bilbo about doing something like that.
We're still waiting for him to pay for his indicators. Now that he's not doing his video editing anymore.
Shit, if that's the case, we're all in that camp. I want to see all you guys need to pony up too.
Hey man, you got Captain Retard running it now. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, good Lord. Let's see here. But yeah, Spy showing some strength. This is what we love at Alpha Trading. We're fun. We are fun.
Litecoin's up 13%, by the way. 13.5%.
Maddox up.
I swear, man, I do not understand why people are still dabbling in the Litecoin. For what?
Come on. It's awesome.
I don't get it.
I love Litecoin, bro.
What, just to trade it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, right. I get that, but like, no,
Stack
like there's still people
Satoshi.
that are investing into Litecoin. Like, what are you buying Litecoin for?
I mean, there's a Litecoin credit card, ATM card, whatever, and there's that bank that Litecoin owns in Germany, and they like to sponsor matches of whatever sports, you know. So I guess
All right.
people will into it.
I guess maybe I'm out of the Litecoin loop. I'm not keeping up with
I
it.
know. It's still Bitcoin's little brother for testing, but it's basically like that's not a long-term vision. And even Charlie Lee himself said at one point they had like he was the only developer on the whole thing from like 2019 to 2020.
You know, that brings up a good point too. It's like, okay, you know, when the founder of the project or the stock or the presidents, when the executives, when they're all selling, maybe that's a clue. Like Elon, he freaking sold, how many bags did he sell? Basically at the top.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if the guy who's running the place is selling the stock.
Charlie Lee said about Litecoin, right, back at the peak in 2017, he's like, I'm about to sell all my Litecoin. And he did.
Yes.
And people were like, you're not going to do that. And he did. And nobody believed him. And the price went down. And everyone was shocked. Like, no, he's telling you he's going to dump it because it's reached its peak.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe that's a clue. Maybe you shouldn't be buying it at that point, you know?
Right,
The guy who's running it, selling it.
Exactly. But the thing is, very often the guys who are running it will tell you one thing and do another, right? And we know that happens at the big institutions.
Well, that's true too.
JP Morgan was like, don't buy Bitcoin, and then that same day he's buying $500 million worth of Bitcoin. And he's like, I'm going to fire anybody who mentions the word Bitcoin to me. That same day he opened up a Bitcoin trading desk to be, selling 6 months later or whatever. I mean, you got liars all over the place in this business. And even in the regulated markets, like JP Morgan's a regulated bank. What are they doing lying to people like that? But that was Bitcoin. It's unregulated, so they can do whatever they want. It's just, And then you've got these idiot stenographers who call themselves reporters who don't do an ounce of research and don't do any due diligence, and they just will copy-paste whatever anybody with a lot of money tells them. So they're like, oh, well, he says he's doing this, so he must be doing that. How about you do some research, reporter? Like, no, they're not going to do that. So they're going to call crypto a scam and Bitcoin a scam. They're like, it isn't real. It's fake money. It's not real money. It's all digital. Excuse me, but your U.S. dollars on your credit card are digital too. Like, just because it's not a CDBC or whatever doesn't mean it's not digital money. It's digital money. They don't print trillions of dollars and hand them to the banks in trucks. They literally push a button and the money's in their account. But no, they gotta keep pushing the lie because they want to keep floating the bubble. Meanwhile, we get to look at the low time frames and see these wonderful levels. I mean, look at these amazing targets being nailed, by the way.
Nailed.
Very nice. Very nice. I am pleased as punch with alpha trading tools.
Pleased as punch. That's a good punch. That's what I'm talking about.
Go Litecoin. I would definitely be selling tops on Litecoin today. Holy cow, that thing's an outlier in the dailies, man. I mean, okay, it can go a while up in these APP ranges, but usually Litecoin tends to have a one quick and flip on the APPs, for example. It's all over the top. Good place to be taking profit at the top today. Even if it goes higher, who cares? You're trading high time frames, take your profit, wait for the next occurrence.
Oh, geez, I had to post that GIF. We got the fight going on at BTC and Dixie in the general chat. You guys want to check it out?
Yeah, see that. Very nice.
Let's see here.
I think though you got to replace Draco with the version that wears the Chinese logo pants.
Right.
Because they're the guys who are doing the other side of the float. I mean, like you got, Chinese traders because they're still allowed to trade. They just can't mine it, but they can still trade it and hold it and everything else. And they're coming up against the U.S. financials. So it's
yeah.
good old economic battle. I'd rather have an economic battle than a physical one, so that's fine by me.
Yeah, this will be wild here. If SPY pop back over here quick, just want to show this again. It's everybody's head. That is on the weekly, I believe. Oh. the monthly even looks better. And we showed this the other day, but not to the extent where, look at this monthly candle, all right? One SD move to the downside. For people that don't understand what we do, this is all these little magical dots, all right? There's a reason, right? These are probability levels, current candle probability levels. See where the wicks are nailing all these dots all over the place? I mean, look at this monthly candle. Literally ranges in between the 95.4 Laplace and the 68.3 to the top side. Perfect. You can go back through this monthly chart. Now, this is the monthly. Be careful because back here, look for the normal distribution ranges getting nailed. Normal distribution, normal distribution. You can tell when they started using Laplace. Normal, normal, normal. It's all over the place. But right now, this is a beautiful monthly candle. And just like the weekly, where are we? We're up back above the power mean, the 33 length power mean. Here we are. I like it a lot. I really do. And now it's showing some strength, right? We get that pre-market move up in that 15-minute reverse wave trend. Boom, immediate pullback. Close the candle below. Got a wick right up to the bottom. Next candle, wham, right up above. Probably going to close this candle. We got a minute left. Let's see what happens. Let's get some ranges here. Where's the top of the range today? I'm telling you, be prepared. This thing could fly. And I say that because I understand this weekly range. And that's another thing. That's another thing. So when these people are making these pivots, what they like to call pivots, there's just a pivot. There's not a whole range that literally will show you whether this is going to trend or just range. That's why this indicator is head and shoulders above anything else out there, in our opinion. Really does. When you get tight ranges, price action's going to trend. When you get wide ranges, it's going to range. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. So that being said, this could make one hell of a move. One hell of a move. I mean, the top of the daily range is just a tick over 400. Tick over 400. I mean, and to be honest, that's my target for today. And we're almost there already. $2.50 move? But you got this monthly, right? Here's the first weekly resistance level, 402. We could get a wick up into that, right? But here is, that monthly resistance level. Which one is that to? Let me see here. That's a second. Nope, it's a first. So that's the the R1. So you got the R1 of the monthly, R1 of the weekly. I could see a wick get into this area, close the daily below that monthly R1. Let's see what happens, right? Because here is the top of the daily range. That's what I'm saying. In my opinion, daily candle going to close inside like 400, let's just say 401. Going to close inside 401. It's the top of the volatility range on the daily. Plus, you got this overhead resistance still. But I'm looking for the rest of the week. If this thing trends hard, this is like even wide macro ranges. They are magnets for price action. But something like this, think of this, the closer they are, the more stronger this magnet is. So if you don't get a sustained rally one way or the other, you're going to be right back at this all week. This thing could range up, range right back, or trend up, trend right back down, right? Trend down, trend back up. But as what it is saying, there's going to be a lot of volatility. There's going to be a lot of trend in this market this week. And you got the tight daily today. Today could be the start of it. Powerful, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
By the way, on that 15-minute on SPY, yeah, we got at that first opening candle when it wicked down to the reverse wave trend of the power mean on my chart. What did I say? The ALR was hitting the third band down. It was likely to have a reversal on the next candle. What did it do? It started pumping up on the next candle and shot up now on the previous candle to another third band to the upside. So what's this band likely to do? Again, not likely to have a second, third ALR to the upside right away. You know, it's likely to be flat or down a little, and it's currently down with another 12 minutes to go on this candle. Now, can it hit third standard deviations to the upside more than once? Of course it can, but is it probable?
Yeah.
No, not so much. And if you look at the history, you go back over the past days, weeks, months, years, Well, when you get one, it tends to go the other way a little bit, right? Even if the price action will follow down or follow up, you're still going to get a reversal on the returns. So that's what we measure. That's what we care about, is the returns. So keep that in mind when you start trading these assets on low time frames where the volatility is, right?
And this is the thing. While this is rejecting right here, when this rejected off this, I'm down here looking at the chart, and what did I say the 15-minute looked like? I was like, this 15-minute looks bullish. This thing's going to pop. So, right, so we get the pullback as I'm saying that, and then whoop, what does it do? Pops right back up above this reverse fissure now. And that's what the 15-minute was literally telling me. There's no bear div of any sort, right, on this move.
Look at the entropy. It popped right at it.
Yeah.
Popped into randomness for about 2 candles, and then popped right back into trend for another candle.
Whoop.
Okay, the trend
Expansion,
is now, but
positively correlated. Trend, positively correlated. It's a no-brainer.
Yep.
33's having an outlier. Z-score turned back up. All the fissures are up. All the fissures are up. There's no div. No div. No div. No div. On either side. Clean chart. But look, on the 33, starting to trend to the top side. Volatility's expanding. Positively correlated. Beautiful. But, whoops. Let me go right back there again. I just noticed. Up above the reverse fissure. Having an outlier on that 33. 45, blah, blah, blah. Having an outlier.
Yeah, by the way,
no bear
by the way,
div.
if you clicked on, if you're watching this on YouTube and you clicked on the video because you saw the thumbnail said Bitcoin price targets, we don't do price targets. That's why we put that in there. Bitcoin price targets, something we don't do. We'll tell you the upside and the downside probabilities of any asset that you want to talk about.
I'll show you our price targets.
Price targets, because those things are ridiculous.
Here's the daily.
And,
there's your price targets, folks. Our little dots. Exactly. The little dots.
Yep.
So, looking at it this way. You've got here's the Laplace distribution range. Top side, literally about 15.9. Bottom side of it, it's about 15.5. So you got like a $400 68.3 Laplace range. The first standard deviation normal distribution, little wider. You literally got 15K to the bottom, 16.4 to the top side. So you got literally almost a $1,400 range. The 95.4 Laplace is at 14.7, top side 16.7. You got 2K range of the 95.4 plus, for Laplace range, sorry. The second standard deviation, 14.3 to the downside, set about 17.1 to the top side. Now we're getting some juicy, almost 3K. The third standard deviation of the top side, almost 17.9. Downside, 13.7. That $4,200 range or something. The 99.7 Laplace is down there at about 13.7. Top side, got to be careful. Top side, 18. Wow. Over 5K range. No, $4,400 range. So there's your targets, right? Well, you didn't give me a signal. Yeah, dude, it's all probabilities. All probabilities. I can give you all the signals in the world, but has everything to do with probabilities. These are probable moves, right? That volatility is going to tell us which way it's going to go. The divergence between the price action and the returns is going to tell us which way it's going to go. We don't care, like all these other YouTubers out there. Oh, here's my target to the top side, blah blah blah, because they're bullish, right? They're not going to tell you, oh well, here's the probabilities, right? Here's the probabilities to the top side and the downside, right? And then you flip this on a monthly. Well, your probabilities are stupid. Are they? Let me go back over on the SPY. BTC.
And people that claim to show you probabilities usually use bad math.
Oh, exactly, and that's the major problem. So they're like, what do you mean probabilities? I'm talking about this probability, that little pink dot right there that's got a wick right to it. This blue dot down here got a wick right to it, right? And we got our power mean. I mean, look at this. Pretty powerful. It's all about the probabilities, big time. Look at last week. Look at this, or a couple months ago, right? You open up this candle. Literally get a pump to the top side. Where? 68.3 Laplace. Right to the pink dot. Then a dump out. To where? Second standard deviation. closed right inside it. Why did it close right inside that blue dot? Because there was a 95.4% chance that it would, and only a 4.6% chance it'd close outside of it. It's all about probabilities. I can't say it enough. This monthly looks, let me go out and say it, looks damn good. So I'll pull up the monthly chart here. Again, bull div out the ass. Bull div out the yazoo. Let me put this power mean off. There we go, so we can see price action. Two of the fissures are up now. Remember, I talked about this at the beginning of the month. I'm waiting for these fissures on the monthly to turn up. The bands are starting to spread out. Bands are starting to spread out. This could turn up, and this gives you great levels up here of where these fissures could reach. And like I said, contracting volatility, negatively correlated. But man, that's still high. Look at the monthly volatility, for crying out loud. Now it's only populating the 525 and the 981, but they're both way up. Way up. Great is at an 86 still. All right, you got the 981 at a 91, the 525 at a 96. We all know that's really high volatility. All right, so what's it going to do? Contracts. Volatility expands, it contracts. It expands, it contracts. It expands, it contracts. God, I can't even talk. Say that 10 times real fast. That'll tongue or twist, tie your tongue up. See? Look what it did to me. I'm a train wreck.
15-minute on SPY on AVQ is bouncing up nicely. It's looking good, man. Even though you got downside ALR.
So I wanted to show this too. Look at the 45-day. We can't get a variance read, no problem. This is what I'm looking at. Look at this 45-day candle, man. You noticing what happened the last time we had a similar looking 45-day candle? Now, I'm not talking fractal bullshit or anything like that. I'm talking about volatility creates these candles. Got a big drop here, right? Got that big drop, and then whew, new all-time highs. I mean, this is a powerful 45-day candle, especially when it's coming off of what? This is hidden bull, man. This is hidden bull div. That's a continuation divergence. Continuation of what? Could be a continuation of this move to the all-time highs into a new all-time high. You got one fissure turning up. Contracting volatility, negatively correlated. Could be the start of a party. And I'm going to go out and say, holy shit, man. We got, let me see here. This down move, this returns oscillator went so low from every point from back in literally 2009 is hidden bull div. Every one of these moves, hidden bull, continuation, hidden bull, continuation, hidden bull, continuation, hidden bull, continuation, hidden bull, continuation. Building hidden bull again. Be interesting to see how this plays out. Again, like I said, we can talk about the macro all day long, but this macro can flip so quick. Why? Because of this indicator right here. Correlation. When that correlation breaks, look out. Look out. But this is a high time frame. Highest I'll even go to, right? 45-day. Literally about a month and a half. It's going to take a while for that correlation, right? That's why you need to learn how to drop down through the time frames. Figure out what's going to be happening. It's as easy as that. Yeah, I said easy. It's not, though. It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really
what
hard.
we do isn't easy. Well,
No.
the tools make it easier, but it doesn't make it easy. You still got to learn it.
Yeah.
Still got to know how to do this.
Sure do. There we go. Boom. Hidden bull div on the daily on SPY. Tell me, man. This thing's definitely got some strength. But like I said, let's see where this daily candle closes. And let's what time is it? Yeah, been an hour and a half. Let's end it on that note. The markets are definitely showing some strength. Obviously, the dollar index. We've talked about this. The dollar is in some trouble, right? In some trouble. All of its macro volatility ranges are above it. Where on all these other assets, above for most of the cases, right? Could be a flip here. Dollar weakening, assets are pumping. That's what we want to see. But yeah, keep an eye on the VRE in this weekly range here. I'm telling you, we've got a big move. The volatility saying we got a big move coming. It's just when. Today I see a volatile move definitely happening just because of the tight daily, the tight weekly, what happened pre-market. Got the pullback below it, and then just showing that strength up to the top side of the 68.3 again. You close some candles above the 68.3 Laplace on the top side. This thing is going to run to 400. Right? Could even get some wicks into these resistance levels, the weekly and the monthly. All right. But all that being said, thank you guys for watching live in the Discord. Anybody that's watching live on YouTube, the link to our Discord is in the description. All the educational material for the VEPS is within. Immediately open up a support ticket and request the Volatility Starter Pack. How much does it cost, you say? Zippo, zero, nada, nothing. We give it to you for free. We teach you for free. Get it through your thick TA skulls. We're here for you, saving one trader at a time, right? So wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Alpha Trading out.
Oh, no.